Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So the first thing I want to say is thank you guys so much for all of the birthday wishes. I actually started vlogging from the minute I woke up and just like the whole day, and that's what I was going to share in today's video. But then I decided that I was just gonna make it the 10 things I learned in my 20s. So basically like how my 20s were a decade. I came up with 10 tips and habits that I did in my 20s that I think helped me with my career and just everything that I want to share with you guys so that I can kind of be like a big sis and maybe help you in your 20s. And some key things that I think are really important. Come on out, sis, I'm out here, come here. I have the neediest dogs. The minute I walk away, they are looking for me. So the reason why I'm filming this now is because I didn't have an intro to that part because I just started waking up and vlogging, but I realized that this is the video that I wanted to upload and this is the video that I wanted to share. So I hope you guys enjoy it. 30 years old and still excited about slippers. I got these for my birthday. Hey Wyatt. You wanna sit over here, Wyatt, while I film? No? You want to stay over there? Okay. So the first one that I have, this is huge. This is probably my biggest tip. It's such a great tip and I'm making it tip number 1, and that is to invest. There's 3 ways I invested, and I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I'm just going to be sharing things from my perspective and the experiences that I went through. But I have invest in yourself, stocks, and real estate. And out of all 3 of those, the best one that I can share is investing in yourself. The best investment you'll ever make is investing in yourself. If you have extra money, or if you have a plan, or you have an idea and you're like, you know what, should I go for it? Should I not? Should I go for it? Investing in yourself will pay you so much in the future. It will be the best investment. You will work harder for yourself than any other person. So if there is an idea you want to go forward with, or you want to take your savings and put it into a clothing line because you want to be a clothing designer, whatever the case may be, investing in yourself was the best investment I made in my 20s. At 23, I decided that I was gonna be a YouTuber. At this time, when I was 23, people weren't making this crazy living off YouTube like they are now. Back then, it was more like you got free products and people were making enough to pay their rent, kinda, but maybe had a side hustle as well. And that was the culture of YouTube back then. Think like what's in my bag videos and like my everyday foundation routine. Like those were the kind of videos I was watching and I was making, and people would say, what is the future in this? Like, you don't know that this is gonna work out. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go for it. At 23, I decided I was going to make a channel and invest in myself. And then at 24, I took it seriously and I started uploading videos Monday and Wednesday. Now my days are Wednesday and Sunday, but I just said I'm going to commit to 2 videos a week. I put everything into my channel at 24 years old. At 23 was getting the idea, but 24 was making it happen. And living on such a small budget, you know, me and Jared moved in together and he helped a lot with groceries and rent and everything. I just put everything I could do into my YouTube channel, like babysitting and getting the money for that and going right back into YouTube. And yeah, you could say I just really invested in myself. I used the law of attraction. I never for a second thought it wasn't going to happen for me. I always knew that it was, and that I was going to be able to make YouTube a career and work for myself. And it ended up working out. Literally a year later, I was able to call it my full-time job, which is awesome. And I'm so grateful, and I'm so grateful for you guys, and I'm so grateful for the hard work that I put in. And now I am invested in real estate and I am invested in stocks, and I'm able to do that because of the first one, because I invested in myself first. Now I have multiple streams of income, but yeah, I will say investing in myself was the best decision I made. Okay, so the second one on my list is to take a chance. experience, and I guess it kind of goes with number one, is that I took the risk of starting my YouTube channel, but then I took other chances too that I didn't know what was gonna happen. Me and Jared just packed up our stuff one day and moved to LA. We had enough for first month's rent, last month's rent, and then we had enough to kind of like get by a little bit. We kind of moved with just enough, which now at 30 would scare the hell out of me. You kind of need that like young ambition, like rose-colored glasses in some ways, because now at 30, if I was like, okay, I'm gonna move to LA and that's what my bank account looks like, yeah, no, we're not doing it. Like, absolutely not. But at 25, we were like, let's do it. Let's move to LA. Like, we have enough for first and last, and we'll figure it out when we get there. And we ended up sleeping on an air mattress for months just so that we can figure things out and live comfortably. And it just didn't matter to us. Take a chance, leave your hometown for a while, try new experiences, meet new people. I mean, I realized that I was in such a comfort zone in living in my hometown with my family and with Jared's family as well, because, you know, even things from what dentist should I go to? Let me just call my mom, I'll ask her. Or where should I go for this? Or who's the best for that? When you move, and you move across the country, so we moved from New York to Los Angeles, you have to find all this kind of stuff yourself. You have to read reviews, you have to make connections, you have to make friends, like you have to do all of that. You basically are starting from the bottom in a new city where nobody knows you, where we didn't know anybody. It gave me so much confidence living there and doing it all on my own. We ended up having a beautiful house there, working our way to get that. We moved there without having all of our ducks in a row. We moved there without having all the finances, but we did it. My third tip is hustle and grind. Give it your all in your 20s, especially before you have a family. And then I have parentheses here, my 5 a.m. routine. So a lot of you guys know I used to wake up at 5 a.m. I would share it in vlogs, you know, waking up 5 a.m., filming my videos. I had a very strict routine. It was 5 a.m. wake up, have coffee, work out, film, edit, upload. That was my routine. It goes back to investing in myself. That's what I wanted to do. Know that when you do have a family, things get harder. You know, having Violet, would I be able to start a business and wake up at 5 a.m. and put everything into it? If I'm being honest, me personally, I probably wouldn't be able to give it my all. Maybe I would be able to give 80%, but not my all like I was as a single. You're able to be selfish before having a family. So, you know, this isn't to discourage somebody that might have a child or might have a family. I'm just saying that me personally, I give Violet so much attention that I would not be able to give it my 100%, my channel, my investments, my businesses that I run. I would not be able to do it the same way I was able to do it and hustle and grind all those years without her. Number 4 is marry your best friend. I think that this is a cliche, but it's so true. I actually come from a family of multiple divorces. So my dad and mom were divorced multiple times. So I've seen marriages not work out, and I've seen unhealthy relationships, and I've seen exactly what I didn't want. And I kind of always put in the back of my mind that I was not going to do that, and I was just going to marry my best friend, and I was going to marry somebody supportive. And as you guys know, Jared is like so supportive of everything. Before we moved to LA, he would work extra hours so that he could help support my YouTube channel, that he could help me buy a Mac, and he could help me buy makeup when I was doing makeup tutorials. He would help me do all those things and work extra hours, and there was no one more supportive than him. And I do that for him. I'd cheer him on, and we really are best friends. Like, we tell each other everything. There's no secrets in our relationship, and we enjoy a lot of the same interests. And yeah, that's one of the things that I got to do in my 20s, and that's the best love advice I could give you guys. Tip number 5 is to make lists, use a planner, and get in the habit. For a long time, especially in college too, you know, I would say, oh, I should use my planner. In college, they would actually give you planners, and I kind of always was that person where I'd get really excited and I'd write down stuff, and then I would fall off, and then I'd get right back into planners, and then I'd fall off. Now I can 100% say my life, my YouTube channel, my videos, my personal life, I would not be able to run everything if I didn't have a planner. Even if you don't have a lot going on, or you don't have your dream job, or you don't have a lot, like, just get in the habit of it. Say, like, tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm going to my workout. You know, 5 p.m. going to the grocery store. These are the groceries I want. Start getting in the habit of making lists, because now I have major mom brain that like, I just forget things. And I just wish that in my early 20s, I was better at planning and I was better at doing all these things and having a calendar. I just wish I was better at it in the beginning. Number 6 is take care of your body and health. And as I always say, health as well. Get into cooking and get into recipes and get into workouts and figure out what you like and figure out what you love, what you can make a routine, and just really take care of your body. My mom likes to always say, it only gets worse from here at this age, you know, take care of yourself. But there's some truth to that I think, you know, use your 20s when you have the energy and when you have the excitement and maybe you even have the time, treat your body well. Working out makes you really happy, and it also gave me self-discipline. I feel that my business is where it is and my discipline is from working out and eating healthy, just having that discipline to not just snack whenever I want, eat a bag of candy. There's discipline that goes into that, and you carry that discipline in all areas of your life, or at least I do. I carry that discipline of I'm working out every day at 10 a.m. I'm eating right all week. I carry that discipline into my business. Number 7 is surround yourself or listen to people that motivate you. So I realize now in 2020, you might not be able to surround yourself with people that motivate you or that get you excited. So I also added in there, you can listen to motivational things, but make sure to do it. Make an effort to listen to motivational things. Make an effort to read motivational books. Read, like that should be on my list in this category as well. Read things that inspire you. I feel like you can't listen to people like Tony Robbins and not get inspired. Like if I put on a Tony Robbins YouTube video, I'm getting inspired, or Gabrielle Bernstein. Like there's just different people that no matter what, like I'm gonna get inspired if I listen to them. And the same thing with different books. The resources are available. It's up to you if you wanna put in the work and if you wanna listen to these things or read these things. Number 8, this is such a big one, especially in the day of social media, but it's stick to your timeline. I will repeat, stick to your timeline. There would be so many people that would say, oh, you're 27 and you're not married yet, you don't have kids yet. They didn't understand that I was working towards a bigger goal of mine. That because I said before, I come from a family of divorce, and I always know that different finances would come up in divorce and this and that I knew I wanted to set myself up in a way where I had savings, I had income, and I had a home. I wanted all of these things before a family. And I understand that that might not be everybody's timeline, but I'm talking about my timeline of what I wanted. And I didn't want there to be financial stress when I had a family, so I had to work towards that, and I wasn't able to have a family at 27. Honestly, I think that some people just need to hear this. Everybody's on their own timeline. I think Jared's gonna like hearing number 9 in the background.
Oh yeah.
Save 10 to 20% of your income.
Ooh.
So Jared heard this one, I shared this in a video, but he first got this idea from the book, The Richest Man in Babylon. And he said to save at least 10% of your income, but if you can save more than that, then do that. For a while, I was saving 20% of my income, and I just built this savings account that I was really proud of. I was able to start a retirement account, and I was able to use that savings for other things, like going back to tip number 1, investments. Don't get wrapped up in the bullshit. I'm gonna say it. Don't get wrapped up in the bullshit of designer this and expensive that and this and that. Buy what you can afford. Don't buy things that are going to impress people, because I'm gonna tell you what, the things don't impress people. They'll get it and be like, look, I got it. And then they'll say, that was last season's. I don't know. Don't have people like that in your life. That sounds like an awful person. But I'm just trying to make the connection that you won't impress people having things, so why bother? I think it's cool when people have a lot of investments and they have a lot of things going on, and maybe they don't drive the fanciest car. I think that's cool. Some people, they might just care about what their car looks like or care about what their handbag looks like. But to me, personally, I think it's awesome when people can talk about the different things that they have, that they've built through investments or through businesses. I think that's cool. To me, I'm like, that's cool. It's not the handbag they have or the car that they drive. And my last tip number 10, this is probably one of my favorites, kind of like number 1. Number 1 was my favorite, where investing in yourself, but 10 is also really important. Tip number 10 is to be grateful and to take a step back sometimes and look at what you have done and to be proud of yourself. If you operate from a place of feeling blessed and feeling grateful, more things are going to come to you and you're going to feel better and you're gonna come from a place of inspiration and creativity and you're just gonna feel good and you're gonna keep going. And I think all of us can agree, if you could feel good every day, wouldn't you want to? I know I love to just take a step back and say, wow, I am so grateful for my life, for the life that I built, for the life that I have, for the people that are in my life. I'm so grateful for them. And I saw this meme going around, or maybe it was a quote or something, and it was like, 2020 was the year that I thought I was gonna get everything I wanted, but 2020 ended up being the year that showed me I'm appreciative of everything I have. And that couldn't be more true for me. I just realized the things that are important, and to me it's family and friends and just feeling good every day, and not the things and the stuff, even the working so hard that you don't have time for family. Every day I make time with my daughter, every single day, even if that means it's one less clip I get to edit in my video, or it's one less thing I get to do for my career. I rather have that quality time with her because I know that this stage she's in isn't gonna last forever. She's already almost 4 months. I can't even believe it, and I don't want to miss things. In a way, 2020 taught me that. It taught me that when we were all shut down in March, that this was what I had. Like, I had my home life and I had the people that I love in my life. Just taking that step back and being grateful and just reminding yourself to do that. I think that's the thing that I learned in my 20s. You have to just remind yourself to take that step back. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for all of the birthday wishes. I'm excited for the sequel in my life. So I love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.